outside defense of FaZe. I think whenever he's in the zone, he's unplayable, untreatable, unavoidable. But on Inferno, he lacked that measurement, he lacked that composure at times, and he needs to reset. We've painted him as a potential MVP candidate for this major, but that takes a better performance on Nuke.
My gut feeling says FaZe right now. I think they've been gifted Nuke in this matchup. I think the fact that NaVi picked into Nuke is a gift and a half for FaZe. It's 96 days since FaZe last lost on Nuke. Ooh. They have taken down teams like Copenhagen Flames, NIP, Cloud9, Mouse, Furia, and Heroic. Most of those games being single digits, which means they weren't even close at all. It's a team that is playing Nuke right now, where I would call them the best team in the world on the map, and that is the map NaVi choose to pick against FaZe. That is a task and a half.
Pimp, I'm on the other side of the coin. I got NaVi. Look at the last 22 rounds. Look at the last 22 rounds of what they did on Inferno. They were the better team. They won more of those rounds. It was just a slow start that hampered NaVi in that map number 1. They have come to play. They've woken up. I don't know what it took for them, but they're here right now, and I think that those uncharacteristic mistakes from Rain are such a huge cause for concern, because NaVi have one of the best and most innovative outside approaches. The little smoke that they throw next to mini garage on that corner, Electronic has made that his default. He has mastered that. He's cornered it. He's written a book about it, and he's ready to slap Rain in the face with it.
See, I buy your recency bias here a little bit, because you're right. The last 22 rounds, it's been looking very solid for NaVi. They have rediscovered that the Nuke is a map they can play at a very high level on LAN. All I'm saying is, if that was the best map you could pick as your own map pick going in against FaZe in a final, are you really in a good position? Are we really not doubting that NaVi's map pool is not as strong as we thought so? I think FaZe have been given a gift here.
How poetic would it be for NaVi to fight back on Nuke? If anything, the map that had put them on that Stockholm podium, right? The map that made them unplayable back then when they lifted their first trophy, and now when we have doubted their map pool, when we have criticized it, we've picked it apart under the macroscope, suddenly they pick up pace and momentum on that map, and they fight back, push us to number 3.
And we've seen good T-sides out of both of them, actually. Unfortunately, NaVi couldn't push it enough to close out that first map. But Maui, you say about Electronic, right? You say about that smoke. We have a Kerrigan here who has seen that. He has seen that many a times. Do not have faith in him to not walk into the trap that many teams have before him on Nuke versus NaVi.
Electronic does know that smoke better than anybody. You know that Kerrigan's looked at the footage, though. The thing is that NaVi, they got mix-ups on it. They're not always going to use it the same way. Electronic has at least 4 different plays that he runs with that singular smoke, and you never know what he's going to do with it. They throw the same nades every time. They make it look identical. It's just, where does he pop out of it? And the thing is, at the end of the day, Rain versus Electronic right now, with the form that I've seen with them in the playoffs, I'm picking Electronic to win that fight.
Look, the only worry that I have for NaVi, when we talk about T-side, we do the comparison with Kerrigan and FaZe, that I think sometimes they like that one kill, one round kind of simplicity to the game. If you're Kerrigan, you don't always have to use your 5 million neurons. Sometimes it's just a contact play. It's a kill that gets you in. You can take a deep breath. NaVi play a very deep Counter-Strike on Nuke.
Listen,
it's very slow, it's very annoying, and it'll take the oxygen out of you.
You're right, and you're almost taking the oxygen out of me right now, Matthew. I just want to pull out one more point right here. The fact that there's no weak link within FaZe when it comes to Nuke. Robs being the highest rated player for this team with a 1.33 rating on average whenever they're playing Nuke. Guess who's the lowest rated player for FaZe? Kerrigan with a 1.17. If that is supposed to be your weak link, you are very, very strong on Nuke.
FaZe on match point, on major point already. If they are able to close it out on Nuke, let's see if NaVi can fight back with our casters.
Thank you very much, Antwerp Sport Palace. It is the second map of our grand final. Nobody knows whether we go to 3, but it is going to be a lot of fun to find out. We've got any NaVi fans in the house? I'll take that as a yes. And how about a little bit for FaZe Clan? Damn, I'm calling that 50-50, Chad. We are getting ready. We're going into the pistol. Second map, FaZe on the very edge. A map to the good. Inferno in the bag. Picked up in overtime. A CT start for FaZe Clan. Raid, Brokey, Twists, Rops, and Kerrigan to receive NaVi. Already. A lot riding on this Norwegian shoulders as he, with the Glock, no less, Boomage gooshes him. Smokes are in, the flash, perfect, destined to find Rain, and he's blind, but he is not dead. He stands for 2 out of Rain. Long range. He looks for more. He has support. And Brokey, oh, he puts two into the net. And that's going to feel sensational. 5 alive in the pistol of the second map.
How does Rain recover from that? The insta-goose right there from the heavens, dropped on down to low HP and course corrects for 2 massive kills. This guy has been phenomenal on the CT side of pistols so far, and Brokey comes on through. He wants some. Doesn't want to leave it all for Rain here. Twist with the final, and that is a great start for FaZe. No plant, no kills, nothing for NaVi to note as they move into round number 2 with just a couple of light upgrades here. P250's Deagle in the hand is Simple. That's the best they have to boast right now, is Simple up and over. We're going to find a leering head, has the opportunity to look for Rain. He's going to be tasked with dealing with this yard round after round.
Just having a little glance across from Trophy. Rain trying to use every trick in the book to find information in the absence of a fight. And there's a flash for it. Oh, he gets away with it. Spotted Simple, and as easy as that, Rain racks up his 4th as well. Electronic leaping down to his demise, and a clean sweep.
There's no way that FaZe start this half as strong as they did Inferno. That 8-0 streak, and then we went to their overtime barn burner here. If FaZe are able to get off to such a lead so early again on the CT side of Nuke, this could be lights for NaVi here. This man on your screen, Bit, he went through the last major, his first major, without losing a single map. This time round, it's the grand final. He's already dropped 1. They have to fight back here.
Yeah. A strong CT haul from FaZe would certainly roll out the red carpet.
Look at this, there's 3 of them here, Alex.
Quick finish, and yeah, they have already called quite an ambitious setup. So Rain responsible for the low side. Smoke enables and facilitates an early presence, a knock on the door out of Electronic, but he may not be ready for this. They're flashing top side. NaVi trying to apply pressure all over the map at the same time. Look at this, and already Rain doesn't account for Electronic. Carrigan, the knee-jerk reaction is to go poking and prodding into lobby, but Bit snaps his neck upon arrival. So NaVi already get their teeth deep into round 3. The CTs, they hedge their bets. Twists gonna have the opportunity for greatness right in front of him. Has he really got what it takes against Simple? Bit throughout this half is going to be tasked with maintaining control of that lobby. He's passed his first test, and it seems so have NaVi.
Might be committing here. Look at all the bodies heading down towards this lower side. Brokey's already up and in the window here. Could cause a bit of a ruckus. Isn't being cleared out just yet, and there is a gap right now. 30 seconds on the clock. Brokey spotted out now. Boomich takes care of that one, and just 1 man to find a Rops. I'm sure he wants to hold on to this for 20 seconds. Bomb to be planted, 40 thrust onto the clock, and round number 1 for NaVi secured. Would have to be a 1-on-5 here for Rops, and I don't think he wants anything to do with this.
Yeah, a little lackadaisical from Rain on the way up secret there. Was the first to fall in that house of cards quickly, did come tumbling down.
Was a bit of a risk there from FaZe, right? So that they left yard weak. They knew that NaVi were going to take that space. So what they operated with doing was strengthening ramp and trying to rotate down lower and get ahead of them. But wasn't ready for the fast moves of Electronic. He has been fantastic towards that yard position. So this is great for him. Didn't have the best of games over there on Inferno, but if he can start off Nuke in a strong fashion towards yard, that's what the fight's all about. Rain versus Electronic and the space that they can take.
Right. Full team effort that round from NaVi. Only Perfecto without the frag. Rops was the one he was supposed to be finding, but everyone gets off the starting marks.
There's enough money here for FaZe to invest again, and that's by virtue of those first 2 rounds being clean. Nobody died in the first 2 rounds of play for FaZe, so the residual cash left over. So let's get the buy coming on through, and NaVi will know exactly this. I'm going to worry about a couple of booby traps in a round like this.
Typically, you need a lot of incendiaries to slow and stop anything quick towards the top side.
Well, let's see if they go for a gamble again, right? Because they were happy to give up space early here. They might want to do the same again. Towards main with Twist. Rain to oversee yard on his lonesome here as Brokey tries to batten down the hatches towards the A site. No quickness this time out of NaVi. They're going to be taking their time as the smokes fly on over and obscure the vision of Rain. Could just be selling a couple of footsteps there from Electronic. He's postured forward, now backs off. Plenty of utility left for NaVi if they want to go for a second wave with the mollies, with the flashes, a couple of smokes too as Carrigan. This is a ballsy play.
Yeah, no, he is looking to destabilize. He knows he'll go down, but how many, if any, can Carrigan get from this booby trap? Twist is the one to provide the overwatch. Rain in hell, and that's Carrigan spotted. Ooh. And allowed to retreat. They hold on to their advantage. And extend it as well. Simple. Sat down. 48 NaVi. 3 components left. And still room to maneuver. Brokey hard commits to defend the top side. Chip damage. Twist and Brokey. They are doing it. Brokey has held them at bay. A quad kill from the Latvian. NaVi, very brief celebrations. FaZe up to 3.
Brokey's keeping his cool here. He's never been in a major grand final before. Rain and Carrigan, sure, we all remember. The NaVi players, Simple's been in 4, Electronic's been in 3. This is the second for Boomich, and of course Perfecto here as they look to go back to back, but FaZe look to change the history books. They would be the first international team to ever win a major.
Back in the day, we thought it was impossible, and Rain believed. The longest standing member stands to receive NaVi.
What a menace here. He's sucked in again. He's taken the first fight, and they're still coming his way. Rain's looking to do more damage.
He has a smoke, but he might just use his weapon. They're ready, but so is he! Rain! That is absolutely ludicrous! NaVi! The round's just begun, and only 1 remains. It's bit to lift a major trophy in your rookie year is something very few can boast.
Show us that one again. The Norwegian stepping up massively towards this yard position here has ruined NaVi's finances early, as it felt like it was going to be competitive. He does this, takes the fight ahead of the smoke wall here. That's the man he has to deal with. That's the heads-up duel, but this is it, just shutting it down. There's no way through. And Rain wins that one single-handedly here as NaVi are left scratching their heads. This is a great start right now from FaZe as NaVi have just lightly invested into this one. A couple of deagles, that's the best really they have to offer here. Limping a smoke forward, hoping to find a gap, hoping to create something. Some light utility, but this man can't be stopped. He wants to continue to take fights, and so does Carrigan. Finds Bit. The first body in the grave for round number 6 of play.
Electronic wants trouble. But Rain is so dialed in right now, managing his angles. And the up waves goodbye to Boomich. It's 1 at a time. Last 2 around that red container. It's a solid deeg. Will look to stay competitive as Carrigan is actually added to the naughty list. Oh, okay. This is scary. 2 remain, and you have to just pull up their socks and find it. It's Twist to do just that. Finds 2 of his now 3 frags, and it's 5-1.
Beautiful stuff right there. Great shots out of NaVi shot. Put everybody on edge, especially FaZe, but they knew what they were. They wanted to take the fight. They took the fight to them in towards this yard position. There's a couple of those bangers again. Perfecto continuing to find this impact. Not to convert the round. Back into play now. No AWP here for Simple. Still going to be operating with these rifles in hand. Squeaky blown off. Maybe a pace change.
It looks like it. Threatening. But cancelled by the flame and smoke. So back to readdress the blueprints. Do they really want to test Rain again? They will deploy the smokes. Is it smoke? And a commit remains to be seen. NaVi divide and look to conquer. Spot anything there. So Electronic will be primed, and now the pressure comes from elsewhere. Bit trying to be that lobby presence. FaZe flying blind at the moment. I think, oh, he's caught a whiff. One of Navi's leader, and Boomich is the first to fall. Another frag for Rain. 10 already, and the round ain't done. Electronic pulls us back into an even 4-on-4. No info yard now. Rain gone. And only 13 seconds. Navi need frags. Simple's found 2. He needs another. No! And they can plan. Access to the site is granted, but Rob's looking to deny. A 1v2 for Robin, Cool, Electronic, and Robs. Huh? Okay. His brain fills with opportunity. Electronic adopts the angle so light on time. Robs needs to hit the first bullet upon contact. I sense, and not a chance. Not on Electronic's watch. It was Simple and Electronic. In the dying lights of that round, they had, what, 13 seconds as contact is found, chat. That was flying by the seat of their pants.
I think they were hoping the lobby push would come their way.
Whoa.
That's why we're so late on here, but Simple having to do it all, just rolls on in. 3 massive kills, and Electronic will clutch out. You could see there, you wanted to get a new port of call for Robs, but it took way too long. Too many question marks here. As look at the buy coming in for NaVi. A little bit light on against purchases for FaZe. They're looking limp here as well. This time nothing towards that Yarn position early. They've thrown a smoke or two, and this is Carrigan trying to push on in. He's not going to get anything done. Perfecto's found the first.
That's an upgrade as well. Thank you very much. Boomich already breaks open the door. Flames put Twists down. Only Rain, and it's his site as well. Not just Yard. He's going to hold the whole site. Roki, aggressive over the top. A great AWP shot. AWP is not the only thing to boast. A double kill out of Rain, and now that bomb does need to be planted, but so much time, and already the gaps are closing. That 5-7, potent at close range. An interesting turn of events. 60 seconds cut down with a plant and a spotted out Robs. Rain last spotted main as well. They'll smoke him off. Simple. Already 2 frags to the good and a third. A tap. Doesn't quite steal it. Crossfire is to be broken, and it's Rain again. 3 kills. Can FaZe pull this across? He's tried every trick, and they do it! Absolutely nothing left in reserve but a triple kill out of Rain, and when it rains, it does pour here in Antwerp. He started strong and seems to be holding on for the squad in the absence of the others. He defends that top site.
He's been an absolute rock right now. That round should be done. Simple and Electronic again almost snatched one away. The 2 of them piecing this one together. Rain finds the timing, gets the first, chips his way forward, gets a bit of room to work with, and then even gets away. This kill onto Simple was great. He didn't want to continue to face towards Squeaky because he knew that's where Robs resided. Didn't want to give the fight over, but they give the round up instead. 6-2, 4-round lead is FaZe. They can get a bite back, but both of these teams here are a bit brittle in that department.
That's not pretty.
We're at a turning point right now. FaZe can consolidate this. They can run away with the half, and that is massive right there. More from Rain, another opener.
He's having a career high as he returns to the highs of 2018. Harvard Nygaard age is just a number as he looks to rack up more for him. Farming NaVi on the grand final stage. Boomich accepts his fate, and Simple joins him. There's nothing left for NaVi here, just misery upon arrival. A half buy, and Perfecto made a halfling, 20 HP. Nothing to be celebrated here as FaZe. They are up to 7.
Rain is an absolute beast right now. We're 7 rounds in, he's found 5 opening kills, and he's got 5 multi-frags. This guy is just an absolute monster. Locking them down, they can't get any space. The one round that NaVi got early, Electronic was able to flatten them here, but they're running out of ideas, they're running out of options, and NaVi now, this is feeling bleak.
I'm just gonna read the scoreboard one more time, guys. 16-4, it is round 10 in 9 rounds of play. Rain is pulling FaZe closer and closer to a trophy lift that will forever live on in the history of this video game. It's a full weapon round, a couple of compromises. If they could bring down Rain, Na'Vi would have a whole better chance at converting a third here.
Just need to not give over the opening kill. Just don't let him find that first frag. Make sure that he's kept quiet. Make sure he has to drop on back. Room has been granted. Na'Vi have done enough to ward him away for now. The reposition here up towards the heavens. Trying to deal with so many positions. They've slipped the net in multiple occasions. Warehouse, secret, main, all currently reside right now for Na'Vi.
Are they accounting for Boomich? Are they accounting for the gap that left by Rain as he repositions, and that is an opening? Perfecto. And looking to clear his corners, Carrigan meets Boomich and gets away with murder. Cold-blooded murder. 3 HP on him, but he's away.
Big push right here. They're going to get this lobby control. There's nobody home for Na'Vi. They're all gathering towards this yard position, the only place they have space. Carrigan's blocked the smoke. He's ahead of it. He knows that nobody's going to push their way down the vent. And already dealing with this lower site is going to be Robs.
So answers provided. Absence of Na'Vi in the lobby, but time sensitive, and you can see that Rob's opting for a passive approach. Perfecto wants to go arrive late elsewhere.
This is going to be way too late here. Perfecto's not going to be able to contribute anything.
Yeah.
Robs might be winning this one right here, right now.
He goes looking, and electronic brought down. There's another to be had, and the bomb is loose. Na'Vi, nothing, absolutely nothing. And no time for this one. FaZe will have won out the CT half in the first 10 rounds of play.
This is cruisy now, feeling cushy at FaZe. Sure they remember Inferno and how that one slipped through their fingers. They had to do it the hard way. But FaZe are looking hot right now, and the big red button has been hit. Na'Vi to call the timeout, getting Blade on the mic. They've had some pretty broken buys, right? They haven't had everything they need. A save from Perfecto here is going to bring the AWP into the hands of Simple for the next round of play, but nobody else can buy around him. And this one's getting away from them quick. Think about the nature in some of these rounds are happening. They're just all getting shut down to Rain towards Yard. When it is late, they're making it competitive, but they're not able to convert them every single time.
Okay, they've called upon Simple.
This is the thing, right? This is held across, but Carrigan's up to go into an MP9. You might see a bit of aggression coming out of them. Simple could put a stop to Rain and all this space he takes towards Yard. He has to know this is in play, has to know it could be a possibility here.
Well, the flash certainly implies as such. Simple's first foray out Yard finds nothing.
There's only so many options where Simple can look until he has to force the issue. And FaZe know this. They know that it's been saved into the next round of play. So they're not going to be jiggling corners as much. They're playing some different angles to make sure that they're not so susceptible to that AWP. But again, time seems to be the issue for Na'Vi. These rounds always tend to end so late as Rain is calling silo clear.
Can he really rack up any more? 16-5. He has been a thorn in Navi's side. Constantly changing it up, constantly kept guessing, and Simple's AWP does naught. And now Rain can once again bring the pain. He's not even needed. One in the back. Bit the lobby lug, they know, and Carrigan does catch flag from that Tech 9. A great second, and they're closing the gap quick. Caught out completely. As we reach 9, now FaZe got off to a flying start on Inferno. We saw we did go the distance on it. Difference being this is the defense of Nuke.
This is the thing, Na'Vi were humbled here. They took what was more or not essentially a save. So now they can actually get into a full buy, have everything they need to operate with. And if they want to start the comeback again, they can. But they're never going to feel comfortable in this game with a scoreline like this.
It's now or never. You're down a map. Down 2-9. You're reigning champions. Up against the #1 undisputed contender. And Rain leaves empty-handed on his initial sprays. Na'Vi successful.
They're across here. They've got the space they're looking for, but the rotator's already on down. going to be carrying to deal with this. He's just playing a spot and fall, right? This is just for info. As soon as he gets any info, he's going to open that decon door, he's going to attack his way. Maybe not.
Do they just respect that?
Yeah, that's going to stall them out here. So they got a couple of options. Wait this out or drop on back. They're pinned on into this juncture. Don't really have any space to work with across the map, and having to worry about this flank now. A minute on the clock, so still plenty of time. NaVi with plenty of space, but Karrigan trying to be an absolute nuisance here. Follows the nade through. Just very light smattering of damage there. Nothing to really write home about. But once again, NaVi have just been stalled on out. The rotations can come through. FaZe can get all this room as here comes the fight. Karrigan, he's going to take the initial exchange, but dropping back, forcing them further forward.
And it might be the first test for Robs in his ramp room, and already, and waiting, it's Robs on the double. And there's Karrigan for good measure. Only Electronic can stand in their way of a 10th. Necessary damage done. Can they convert? Up against it, up against the ropes. Simple Electronic, though, not to be underestimated. Brokey's off, is out of the round. Simple, he takes another, and no! The Flames! Twist will get it! NaVi just so close on the precipice of a third, and it's Twists to shatter their hopes and dreams as a 10th is in the bag.
This is miserable right now for NaVi. It's always Simple and Electronic in these late rounds trying to get it done. They're not getting the help from the team that they require. Sure, Perfecto's had a couple of nice shots in that Deagle. Bit only has 4 kills, and guess what? Boomich has started yet another map extremely slow. Inferno, he was kept on that donut for round after round. Well, at least he's got one to boast to his name, but this is running away from them here. FaZe just needs 6 more rounds to 2-0 NaVi and pick up the first major trophy for all 5.
Karrigan's been at this since 2008, and it's Karrigan who meets the flames of Simple. Perfecto up top side. This is looking better than it has in time for NaVi. They've got the world at their fingertips in this round. Already a re-smoke to deny the boost and maneuver. They are down a man, but they have the control. Simple could shave some time off of the clock with the plant, punching in the digits, and a missed shot. Robs, a double orb, not ideal for a retake. Far from it. Maybe somewhat of an equalizer in this man advantage phase. Prepare for the commitment. 2 orbs looking to rain down hellfire from the heavens, and they get nothing at the hands of NaVi. 3 for Simple as they find something to remedy the hemorrhage. A bandage found. And you can see how close the rounds have been, because FaZe will have to swallow their pride in round 14.
Really important round right there, and FaZe the number advantage. I think that lured them in, but you hit the nail on the head with this comment about the double orb. How are you meant to get in, even with that one way you don't hit the necessary first shot, and Simple will punish. That's a round back here, but NaVi, the best they can do is salvage this half. A buyback from FaZe here. They don't want to allow this one to steam out of control. Karrigan steaming forward here. He's in the thick of it. He's in the smoke. He's found the fight. He can't get the first. Boomich has got him.
But it's Rain, and he's got 2! Boomich and Electronic. Hamstrung, but stand strong. Only a FAMAS MP9. They fully invested here. NaVi already within touching distance of a 4th. But salvage is the word, Chad. Salvage is the word for this half. No room for error. And it seems it's going the way. Only Brokey could perhaps stand in the way. Could he be a spanner in the works in any way, shape or form? The answer, a resounding yes.
2 of them are low. This is possible.
Okay, Brokey. They want him, and he stands up again! 2 headshots from the Latvian! The Latvian!
There's a chance!
Latvi can! It's 45 seconds, and the bomb will go down, but look at their health! Look at their health! Robs puts on the red cape. Has he really got a hero in him? Info. Boomich pulls the trigger. Robs tentative. Hesitant. Overthinking now as he just needs to put a bullet into both of them. They're both so low. The crossfire will engage with both simultaneously. He knows. Well, not one bullet. Just connect, but there's Electronic. It's NaVi 4. With a tiny scrap of health, they do recover it. Finest margins separating these teams and these rounds.
Done the hard work here again. It's late from NaVi, but they are posting the rounds on the board here. They've broken FaZe. That purchase that they just made, it was audacious. They wanted to take the fight before things got out of control, but now they have some massive problems here. Contending for round number 15 to try and deny the 5th for NaVi. Just a couple of upgraded pistols and a couple of MP9s. Fantastic work on the openers there for NaVi, but can Rain again really be that nuisance, posting up with the deagle in hand. Might be able to completely circumvent his position here with the smokes already up. You can see so many dotted towards this yard position. And as they stay completely silent and quiet, yard control will be relinquished. FaZe will have to give up this room, and that means they're going to tuck in towards the bomb sites.
It's unannounced. Not a peep out of the FaZe comms.
Now we have all the advantages in a round like this. Util in their favor, weapons in their favor. FaZe are just going to try and get this done with the weakest of buys.
Yeah, you've got to do it dirty. And the first opportunity goes awry. How many more will they get in a round like this? Final round, second map, first half, and just pistols. Peanuts, a nice shot though. It's one out of Brokey, you need a whole lot more where that came from, and NaVi do not buckle. They will not succumb to your meager Diga, and one left. Just one, he's gone. A 10-5 half. Can we categorize that as a recovered NaVi?
They've definitely recovered the half here. 3 consecutive might give them a bit of momentum, but they need this pistol round. They desperately need this pistol round in the second half to start things off early, because if they're on the back foot again and they have to battle back, NaVi can do it. They brought it back on Inferno, but you would love to give yourself a bit of breathing room. This team looks stressed. They look tense right now. Everything is working for FaZe. Sure, Rain, 18 kills. It bought you a massive buffer, but it's a buffer. It doesn't matter. It's the major grand final here. You just need to get that 16 on the board. Simple and Electronic, they've been absolute stars to help NaVi out in round after round. Leading the charge here, Perfecto not too far behind, but now on this defensive side of things, Bit, he's going to look to be tested over towards ramp. Boomich plays an influential position, rotating around. Everybody needs to activate for NaVi now. If they want to take this to a third, if they want to deny FaZe, getting this 2-0.
You know Carrigan has walked them through this pistol. Every movement, every shake of their tail, well drilled.
Pace to this.
Whoa! A goosh! The first connection, and Electronic on notice. Look at this as Robs, they will react to the descent, but he is quick on their heels. Simple, burnt out, he knows, and so do they. He will fall in a battle of attrition. It's Boomich that does nothing, and this compulsory pistol completely denied. Rain got Perfecto dead to rights, and it's spotless. Stone-faced are FaZe as they're 5 away from doing what no international team has done before in front of an arena, sold out to the rafters to celebrate Counter-Strike. Sport Police, are you enjoying this? 10 years Counter-Strike has been our game of choice, and we all are here united in celebration of its greatness. It's nothing more than a forced buy out of NaVi. They need a miracle. They need something special, and they've certainly got the players to do it.
Lots of bodies here, need to hit the shots.
My son, he's only got the dig, Chad. He's got nothing else.
Just trying to lure them in here. Look at the trap that's been set up. It's been run time and time again from NaVi in this tournament here. They're going to clear their corners.
Oof. Sketchy, and that's lovely. That's
to hit that
supposed to be a frag. Electronic has met Rain, and he does it again. 21 for Rain, and he may not be done. One back, a shot across the bow, twists, takes one, and it's still Rain, still a problem. FaZe Clan counting on him now, united with Robs. This is competitive out of NaVi. They have achieved a mid-round, but it may not last long because Perfecto's been hunted. Rain is such a big game player and a big game hunter as he looks for another headshot. Oh! Bit gets out the defibrillator and breathes life into NaVi's nuke. That is exactly what they needed, Chad. One blip for the heart monitor as NaVi may not be done. Let me see that again. Bang! Oh, you naughty boy. 19 years of age, this kid, and he's pulled NaVi back from the brink. That's the second round force spy converted, and Rain was online the whole time.
4 massive kills for Bit right there. Need to string 2 together here, NaVi, not out of hot water just yet.
They might want to test him again. I'm not sure I would after the Deeg magic. He's the only one with the M4, and Bit puts Robs on the floor.
That's the AK down right there, the biggest weapon right now with this FaZe force spy. It's already been dumpstered. Bit wants to get this out of dodge, he will. Very risky maneuver right there, but has completely denied NaVi picking this weapon up, so removing 1 instrument from the FaZe arsenal here.
Can they really do one back? This shifting power courtesy of Bit.
That they're down, and on the sound cue there, Brokey spamming away. Will get found, the bombs drop, but that's not confirmed. Kills continue to come NaVi's way, and it feels like they've dealt with this now. Karrigan been able to find a little bit of room, and Rain down the vent! You know where he is, but this is where Karrigan has to activate. There's still plenty of time on the clock, gives him a smoke. Can cause a couple of issues for NaVi now. It's all on Karrigan to find the room that Rain has provided.
Trying his luck, and how is the back turned again? Another upgrade. 2 frags, starting to level things out. This advantage crumbles, but the time is a problem. If they could just find Perfecto, it's a no. And it's a 7. Simple, you can see, fully focused on the objective ahead of them. They have to have a strong defense. 5 demanded of FaZe.
That's all they needed right there from NaVi, though. They're back in this game. Right? I know the scoreline right now, there's still a 4-round deficit, but the fact is FaZe are going to have to take a save. They can't force by back in. They didn't get the plant. They get a couple of kills. They keep NaVi stressed, but there's no way you can continue to push the issue here. You are going to have to sit back on your haunches and just rock with 4 Glocks and the Deagle in the hands of Rain. Now, Rain will have to do something out of this world. He has been amazing. But to claw them into a round like this where they've already lost Robs, he hits the deck too. Electronics starting to light up the scoreboard, and the NaVi CT side beginning to wear into action. That's a clean sheet.
Spotless. They will once again be equipped slightly light on. 5 Kalashnikovs brought to the server for round 20.
Yeah, whatever FaZe's opening move here is, they are going to have to follow through. They don't have enough to go back for a top execute, no crowd control utility to make this one interesting. So stalling this one out, taking some time, leveling the playing field with the utility before you get stuck in with your smoke wall appears to be name of the game. Squeaky blown off, lobby presence noted, and you can see them just sitting back. Now they deploy the smoke wall. Now they can get them some space to work with. And it's Rain again to take this on his lonesome. Clearing out Electronics' favorite hidey hole.
So the wall down and a full magazine expended should mark across and a safe passage for Rain.
It's all about how they deal with the rotations right now with NaVi, where they pull them to across the map. Now on the pistol round, FaZe look great at doing that. Let's see if Karrigan has another maneuver up his sleeve here.
Rob's tasked with holding that info push. Should they arrive in the lobby, there's plenty to deal with. Now Rain's getting answers elsewhere. No one has found a frag, and it's Rain to break silence and break ranks as NaVi now on the back foot. Can Simple step up when they need him? No bullets, no problem! Oh! The USP! 1 bullet away from the double. He should be dead and is, but Perfecto kept honest on 1, and Bit handed a very tasty morsel. The wallbang just off. Bomb is down! And Rain, 26 and counting. Holy! It was so manageable, but Rain has found Form unlike anything we have seen before from him. This is his grand final right now. He's one map up. He wants to do it for Karrigan as well as all the other boys. Every day of this tournament passing, discussing the potential as you edge ever closer to it. Now you couldn't be closer than ever before. A map up, 12-8 up, the final half of the second map. Does it go the distance? Rain doesn't seem to think so.
And a second timeout taken from NaVi here. This is such an important round for them. They have enough to get in another buy. But if FaZe win this, they will break them.
Look at that. He took a flick on the first
He was on
fight.
2 HP. Rain was on 2 HP in that situation right there. Bit showing nerves. That was an easy kill on a silver platter. You could see there getting ahead of himself with that spam, unable to connect, very flustered stuff, but NaVi, this is it. This is their opportunity to stop FaZe now. If they lose this one, if they lose everything, FaZe are going to take this one home.
It's not pretty. Couple of sacrifices. And there's one sacrificed. A quick back from Brokey. A necessary response. And it looks like Robs' venture around Squeak is cut short immediately. It was Rain and Robs that went poking and neither come back. You can see the mix up. They've set Simple up for success. And enables the other pieces to maneuver freely. Hesitance from FaZe. Down a man. Down on their luck. 4-round lead, but on the T side. Every round hard fought. And the reigning major champions stand in their way.
Simple's so sketched out. There's no information towards yard for NaVi whatsoever. Doesn't know if they're wrapping heaven. Don't know if they're going to be from lobby. But Karrigan knows exactly where this one's going to finish.
So do we. Smokes are up. This is the go sign. Slinking out and looking for blood. Doesn't find it. Karrigan down as well. NaVi hold fast. Brokey doesn't have time for anything magical. He'd rather preserve the big green. Round 21 reaches its anticlimactic conclusion.
That's a gift from the god right there, quite literally. They might want to try and get this back. The fact that Brokey has this is huge into the next round of play here. I don't think there's enough money to be able to buy another AWP for Simple. So that means he's going to have to operate with a rifle alone. Maybe he can get dropped an AUG at best, but he will not have an AWP. I just don't think the finances are there right now. The buy behind this is going to be light on for that of FaZe. It's going to give some questions right now for Karrigan of how they want to proceed. But if Brokey can find an opener here, right, there's a couple of pistol upgrades behind this. If he can drop a body, drop a weapon, we know that FaZe are consistently threatening. So if he can find the opener, he can be the way into a round like this for FaZe.
NaVi well aware that it could be in the mix. And the marching orders state, do not catch that bullet from the AWP, the most threatening, ouch, for FaZe into our 22nd. Opportunity as well for NaVi just to remind themselves of what's at stake, a slow round with a distinct advantage.
They're going to try and make room for this AWP here.
Practice your bunny hop. And no one gets away. It's one out of Brokey's AWP. Multiple required. Ooh, just past the eardrum of the boosted player. And so, now a 2-round deficit emerges.
Yeah, Rob's here, P250 in hand, 30 seconds left on the clock. Absolutely no hope in this one. Just hoping to get a kill or two here. Brokey's having a fantastic game. Squeaky's going to swing on open, runs on out, and Boomich is going to take care of that. Gets his 7th kill. Rain's been having a great game, 26 to his name, but Brokey, 19. Right, that's why he was a threat in that situation with that saved AWP. You can never count him out.
boost was perfectly placed.
Feeling very, very similar right now to how the scenes unfolded on Inferno. FaZe with such a blistering lead in the early stages of the first half. NaVi recovering, salvaging the first half, and now drawing themselves back to just a 2-round margin.
This is interesting out of FaZe Clan.
Yeah, managing the finances here. Might be some pace behind this.
See if NaVi can weather this storm, because it's looking rainy, and Carrigan's in. Already the site threatened. Simple takes matters into his own hands, throws the AWP on his back, and puts props on his as well. This is exciting as well, because look at what it's up to. Harvard Nygaard going for the round-winning maneuver. And that's Simple. He's down and out. Rain on a half-buy, bounding around, keeping the whole team on their toes. He's playing an absolute career game right now. Still alive, still a problem, FaZe. Every passing second closer to a 13th. And Rain still low, but such a problem. Brokey allowed to get another, and there's no time. Rain wins it, and NaVi can do nothing. Oh, wow, wow, wow. He has a monopoly of violence in the server tonight. They had 2K to spare, and FaZe pull a round out of the hat.
I don't think Electronic can quite believe it there. They get multiple kills. Simple takes a huge risk by peering out of heaven and taking that first fight. Electronic gets one through the smoke, and they end up losing that round. That right there is what we would consider a tilt round. They are in such a horrible position now, NaVi, because the money, it's not evenly distributed. Simple can pull out this hero AWP. We've seen him do it once. I think we're about to see him do it again. A couple of purchases behind this as well, but for NaVi, we've seen them in these situations when they're in hot water. They have to turn to this man on the screen. FaZe have taken a timeout. They're trying to make sure that they can stay in control of this, because that's a gimme. That's a round that they shouldn't have been converting. That would have been NaVi drawing this back to a 1-round lead.
So hundreds and thousands of us on tenterhooks on the very edge of our seat here in the Sport Palais. 13-10. Round 24 to be played. Electronic tasked with yard. No initial wall of smokes. Looking to force rotations of the defense, keep them guessing, keep them scratching their heads.
FaZe are in the power position right now. They don't have to rush anything. They can wait this out. They can slowly discover what lies in wait from this NaVi buy. There's a lot of questions to be answered here, and the longer that they wait, the more utility NaVi uses, and this one starts to tip further and further in FaZe Clan's favor. Remember, this is a force. Loss bonus for both teams. Towards the bottom of the barrel here. This could be the knockout blow from FaZe if they can convert a round like this.
If. Only one way to find out. Smoke to the heaven. Implies a top hit. And Carrigan, he's got more to imply the same. That's a molly set up for Hut. Should he desire 50 seconds and still statues from all 10. No one moves a muscle. More nades flying through. Still not a single bullet fired. Still guessing. Bit gets an answer. Doesn't find the lethality, but he can call upon Simple to step it up. Carrigan's pulled one back on the top side. A wall bang. They can still go either way. This is a hard clear, and Electronic's gone. It's only Simple now to stop that bomb and stop a 14. And no scope on Rain. He does not relent. He does not surrender. And NaVi succumb to FaZe Clan for 14. They got nothing left, Chad. Nothing. FaZe Clan are on the very edge of writing history. The very edge. 2 rounds. They've played hundreds of thousands in their lives, but 2 rounds is all that separates them from doing what no one has done before on an international roster. NaVi. Options so limited now for the back-to-back.
This timeout right now isn't going to draw anything for NaVi. Their options aren't great either way. You force buy, you don't win this round, You got 2,400 in the final rounds to defend, to make sure that you do not lose the opportunity just to take this one to a third map. FaZe are in the driver's seat here. This is their game. This is their major. This is what they've been working for.
And the way in which these players have arrived in this roster robs the final piece of the puzzle. Played with Carrigan, seen as one to be feared, and there he is in the feed, onto Simple no less. Bit making a very ballsy call on his own volition, which may facilitate early information as to the location of FaZe.
Someone has to step up huge here for NaVi. They just have these pistols. It's not going to be trading. Somebody needs a multi-kill. Somebody needs to go absolutely nuts right now.
They're stepping up for lobby info, while FaZe are already heading straight on into a one-man guarded site. Electronic summons Boomich. Oh, and he's not ready for that. He falters. 3 left to be ticked off the list. FaZe have all the time in the world. It's Bit with 1. We need more out of NaVi, and it's Electronic with the 1 as well. Only Perfecto. He's been known to clutch. But this is too tall a task to ask. Time. And that's another for Ops. FaZe, ladies and gentlemen, have 5 opportunities to create a memory that will last forever. This series hangs in the balance of the last NaVi timeout. Blade slowly creating this roster of titans.
They can't stop this. They can't stop FaZe right now. There is absolutely no way that NaVi can bring this one back. They are broken here. They have been put under pressure on both of these maps out the gate. It's been comebacks, it's been salvaging halves, it's been trying to claw their way in. And FaZe say no. It's 5 more kills. The first international roster to ever lift a major trophy.
And every member of FaZe Clan's first. They've been at it a long time. So many misfires. Is this the round that changes all of that? Twist set out on a mission, the pointy end of FaZe's spear in pursuit of glory. They are the architects of their fate. Mouse and keyboard. And the brain on their shoulders. And Perfecto trying his luck. Good damage. He wants to finish it. And he gets the best of him. Desperate to try and tip the scales, but he's gone down. Is that the start of the end? It could be 55. Still the T side required to gain access to a site. The options plentiful. And Rain, he's not done. He gets his 30. And FaZe 2 frags away.
your PGL Major Antwerp champions, FaZe Clan! The first international team to have ever done it. I'm going to start with you, Robs. You joined this team, you come back in with Karrigan. You're on top of the world, you're the #1 team, but this certainly wasn't easy. But you just did it in 2 and got your first major championship. How do you describe that, brother?
You cannot. It's just dreams come true for every single one of us. Undescribable.
Now, Twist, the man who tried in many occasions to get it done with Liquid. Now you come onto this roster, you've been grinding out, you move away from North America, and you come in to do it with FaZe. What does this mean to you?
Honestly, it's a special feeling to win a major in my career so early on. And there's no other team that I would want to have accomplished it with. These guys are family to me, and I'll never forget these moments with them, seriously.
Hard work pays off. Now, you just said so early in your career, a man who's a little bit later into his career has done it. You've been with FaZe Clan Reign since 2016. You've had these rosters built to be the best, but you've never quite managed to get the major. Do you feel accomplished now?
I feel so fucking good. It's an amazing fucking feeling, and I can't believe every Karrigan after Boston, we finally fucking did it. I feel so good.
Finally did it. Brokey, you're a man of little words normally, but have you got something to say for everyone out there? Now you're lifting that major trophy, brother.
We fucking made history, boys!
That's all we need from you, Brokey. Now, Karrigan, I got to ask you quickly. 32 years old, still grinding away at the game you love, but this one eluded you time and time again. How does that feel in your hands?
To be honest, never back down. Doesn't matter how hard life hits you. I've been benched a few times, came back. All I wanted in my life wanted to make history, that an international team won a major, and we fucking did it in here!
Now, I've also got to ask you though, Inferno, my oh my, that was close. Flashbacks at all?
I mean, what I just wanted to say, I wanted to say I'm stronger than I was in Boston, and I think that showed today. Even though whatever break through in this team, positive mindset. We can lose a 1v5 and we can win the next round. Keep focused on the moment, and I'm just proud to call all these my teammates, and I'm just so happy where I am right now, and FaZe is my family.
It definitely seems like one big family for sure. So now we have Katowice, EPL, the major trophy in your hands. What's the next goal?
I think I need to relax when I get home. When you're this old, you need a little more resting time, but obviously keep improving, keep making history. That's why we're here for. That's why I grind CS every day. And playing in an arena like this, it just makes my life so happy, and I appreciate everyone who came today and cheered for great CS. Thank you very much.
And finally, Karrigan, you said it right. Never give up, never back down. What advice would you give to anyone that's struggling right now, anyone that wants to push forward and try and achieve their goals like you've managed to do here today?
In my opinion, ignore what everybody says about you. Sit down in a dark corner and make sure that once you prove everyone wrong in this world, that you did it by grinding and by going the hardest way possible, and just keep believing in yourself. That's what I learned in the last phase. I didn't believe in the end of myself. I joined with Robs in Mousesports, and I started to believe that I could come back and be the best in-game leader, and now have the best team in the world to do this. So yeah, always keep believing and dreaming.
I love it. Karrigan, FaZe, congratulations. Your PGL Major Antwerp champions, FaZe Clan!
Here we go. FaZe Clan are your PGL Major champions. Let's watch them hoist it once again. It's just so beautiful to see. Karrigan has had a date with Destiny since 4 years on that fateful day. that he couldn't get it done with rain on a rainy day in Boston. But today, them two do it. Not just them two, all 5 of them, and the entire FaZe org making it happen. What a road for Karrigan, and what a road for these guys on stage right now.
It's a story of perseverance. If you're talking about Karrigan, it's a story of tenacity. We're talking about 9 playoffs participation at the major, 5 quarterfinal finishes, 2 semi-final finishes, and the last final, of course, but not today. He was not going to be denied today. He had all the tools he needed. He had the pieces to the puzzle. He had the vision, and he had the bravery to seize the opportunity.
You're looking at a guy who never gave up, right? You're looking at a guy who was kicked, who was benched, who was looking at his life thinking, do I really have what it takes in order to win the major? And as he said on the stage right here, right, he sat in a dark room, he grinded his way back, and as you said, Matthew, he finally got all the pieces put together. He got himself back into FaZe Clan. He got Rubs into his lineup, a guy he had in Mouse as well, and they finally put it together. They won a major, and they did it in all fairness by being the absolute best team.
Karrigan overcame the toughest adversity to make it here today, and for that you have to commend him. Just this road, it is one of redemption, it is beautiful, it is poetic, it's everything we want to see in narratives, whether it's esports, real life, doesn't matter. This is a beautiful story, and I'm glad we were here to watch it unfold.
I agree. I very much agree, but we also have to look at the other players. Look at Rain. He was there with him all the way as well.
Rain.
Right? He has also won a major, and he did it, at least according to me, by being by far the best player in the final, and also we have to award him the MVP. At least he's my MVP for the major as well. Rain won a major by being an absolute beast on the server.
What a renaissance story for a man that was the 4th best player in 2017. That was 5 years ago that Rain was counted amongst the very best players of Counter-Strike, and he was forgotten for a while. People let him by the wayside, thought that's it. He has to retire. He doesn't have it in himself. What a statement he makes today.
I hope production will forgive me, but I do think we have a couple of Rain rounds probably, or some highlights, but I like that you just called out. Karrigan is obviously the headline. Fantastic. Rain then, to you, the MVP of the tournament. Let's talk about the others as well in terms of what they've done here. Brokey comes top of mind. Maui, what an unbelievable set he's played here today.
Brokey played fantastic CS. I mean, the way that he was able to up his game over time, what we saw in 2021, getting at that number 20 HLTV spot, many said maybe he doesn't even deserve that. It could be a couple other players. But man, he just kept improving linearly. This guy has been phenomenal for FaZe. He has upped his playbook. He has made a name for himself as this passive opper, this machine gun opper, shooting it every single time he can, but he can do it aggressively too. The trades he was finding on Inferno, the way he was entering into the bomb sites. He got a triple entry into a bomb site on Inferno with an op. That's unthinkable. Most oppers, even the best in the world, even Simple sometimes put down the op to pick up the rifle, but not Brokey, not today.
I'm glad you mentioned Simple, because Brokey stole the show. Brokey absolutely stole the show in this grand final. We talked about the play of Debutant. We posed the question, what kind of performance is he going to display? Is he going to disappear? Is he going to show up for the occasion? Man, he was beautiful in this grand final. He was full of courage. You're talking about the attitude, going in, making the difference, getting stuck in. That's what Karrigan needed.
Oh, absolutely. And I think when you look at this entire campaign out of FaZe at the major, there were times when we said, oh, X player isn't having his best game, but he had the 4 others to catch him. X player isn't having the best game. Maybe Rops is a little slow, but his team has him, and the next map he just shows off. They're such a unit, this FaZe clan, right? Spare a word for Rops and Twist then. For them also absolutely fantastic, just by the pedigree of their career so far, finally getting that major title.
I think we all knew it when we saw it the first time around, when Rops was signed to FaZe Clan. It made an awful lot of sense. You look at the paper, you look at the lineup being put together right here, and we all agreed that, wow, that is a lineup that is supposed to win trophies. That is a lineup that is supposed to go far major. But for looking at a page, you know, looking at a piece of paper thinking, yeah, that team should be good, and to then actually make them good, go into the first major they play together and win it, that is a massive, massive achievement. And we cannot underestimate at all the influence Rops and Twist, for that matter, have had on this victory.
Yeah.
It's just an insurance. It's an insurance. That's what it is. When you have Rops and Twist in rounds, then you know that if things go south, if suddenly you have to have that shot. Think about round 30 on Inferno. That 1v1 against Simple. We know it's Rops. We know he's going to get it.
Stone cold.
And that is such a great value to have for FaZe. And he's worth his way of gold.
Yeah, I said it before, it's a world of super teams. teams, right? But it's not because you have all the puzzle pieces that it's gonna net you a title. And it's now netted them 3 already so far this year. Unbelievable, Maui. I'm gonna pull up round 5 by Rain just for us to just look at it again. And I think there's a lot of beautiful moments in this entire series.
Yeah, I mean.